The American aerospace sector holds some of the most closely guarded secrets in the world. The people working inside these classified facilities possess top-secret knowledge about everything from advanced rocketry to unidentified flying objects. Over the past few years, a highly disturbing pattern has emerged. Nearly a dozen of these highly cleared individuals have simply vanished. They leave no ransom notes, there are no signs of struggle, they are completely gone. Take Monica Reza, for example. She is a brilliant rocket scientist who went for a routine hike in Southern California last year. She never returned from that trail, and investigators have found absolutely no trace of her. Then there is the case of former Air Force General William McCasland. He holds a massive security clearance and is widely recognized within the government as a leading expert on unidentified flying objects. This past February, McCasland disappeared directly from his home in New Mexico. When investigators searched the property, they found his phone sitting on the counter. Right next to it were his glasses. A man with his level of rigorous military training and expertise does not wander off into the harsh, unforgiving New Mexico desert entirely unprepared and without the ability to see clearly. The individuals disappearing hold America's most sensitive national security secrets in their heads. When people with this specific knowledge go missing, it creates an immediate systemic crisis for the defense sector. This map shows the exact locations of these incidents. When plotted, a tight regional cluster emerges, stretching from California to New Mexico. The timeline reveals an even tighter concentration. Within a 5-month block, 5 elite aerospace researchers walked out their doors and never came back. For lawmakers analyzing this specific subset of aerospace fields, this density of missing persons is mathematically staggering and demands immediate attention. The sheer statistical probability of so many experts vanishing from the same region in such a narrow window points toward a coordinated extraction effort. This data has triggered alarm bells at the highest levels of the U.S. government. The panic has escalated quickly, reaching the Oval Office. President Trump directly addressed the public, calling the missing researchers very important people, and stating his hope that the events are random. However, lawmakers reviewing the data are rejecting the random narrative entirely. Representative Tim Burchett of Tennessee has publicly stated that the numbers are simply too high in these specific research sectors to be a coincidence. Now the federal government is stepping in. A massive joint task force has officially been formed, spearheaded by the FBI, to hunt for a connection between the vanished researchers. The FBI is pulling in significant resources from other heavyweight agencies. They are officially teaming up with the Department of Energy and the Department of War at the Pentagon. A joint operation of this scale, combining the reach of the FBI, the DOE, and the Pentagon, indicates the government is treating these disappearances with the same urgency as a major national security breach. But the investigation recently hit a massive complication. Representative Eric Burlinson from Missouri revealed an ongoing, entirely separate congressional probe. According to Burlinson's office, General McCasland held a critical role. He was placed on a short list of key witnesses they intended to interview for that specific congressional investigation. Look at the timeline. McCasland vanished perfectly on schedule, right before congressional investigators could make contact with him. Meanwhile, NASA has been forced into institutional damage control. They released a statement confirming their cooperation with the FBI task force, but they insist to the public that there is no national security threat. That dismissive statement sits in stark contrast to the reality on the ground. A multi-agency manhunt involving the Pentagon does not happen without a real threat, leaving the public to wonder who is actually telling the truth. We are left looking at 2 conflicting possibilities. Either this is a tragic string of completely unconnected coincidences, or there is a coordinated effort actively silencing the men and women who know the exact details of our advanced aerospace and UFO research. I want to know what you think. Is this a cover-up, or are people reading too much into a dark set of coincidences? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you want to follow the updates on this FBI task force, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you stay in the loop as the investigation continues. Because until investigators find a clear connection, the brightest minds building America's technological future remain entirely vulnerable to vanishing into thin air. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.